digital artists. Welcome to your asynchronous learning day. I am Mr. Core, like you could ever forget that. Today what you're going to be doing is you're going to be working on two different options, maybe both of them at the same time, for the written portion of this poster project. Last time we went over some of the goods and bads about Adobe Illustrator to kind of refresh your memory, and for some of you it was brand new. And now what you're going to do is you're going to do the research that's going to lead you to the images for this assignment. So let's take a look at Google Classroom, and we'll go here. There we go. So within our assignment, you're going to, and I'll talk about the research first. You're going to research an artist. So whether it is the Milton Glaziers of the world or the Varvara Stepanovas, and actually that's not one of her pieces, but you're going to do some research about one of these artists. If you go to our classes and Advanced Digital Art and click on your classwork, you should have the option of, there we go, make me bigger, poster illustration and poster design. I'll be reading straight from this, so you're welcome to read along or slide through until you see this video end, and you can figure out, I might have good stuff inside here, so hold your horses. So whether you're dealing with Vladimir or Georgy Stenberg or Milton Glazier or Varvara Stepanova, you're going to do some research on one of these designers. Remember, we looked at this website, the International Poster Gallery, and we've got lots and lots of things going on here. We read over together the history of posters. And so what you might do is you may choose, maybe you liked the 1880s to the 1895s and you want to do more research on Jules Charest. Or you want to skip over to the World War I, and when posters became a good tool for propaganda, you can research one of these artists, or any of them as you scroll through. That's fine. You're going to research a graphic designer. I need to know the following. The name of the artist, obviously. I'd like to know when they were alive, so from what year to what year. I'd also like to know where they lived. Did they live in Paris, France? Or did they live in Paris, Wisconsin? Did they live in New York City or San Francisco? Where were they? I'd like you to research a little bit about their schooling. So what kind of education do they have behind their posters, behind their design, behind them being an artist? Did they go to the Bauhaus? Did they go to the South Carolina Institute of Design? Where did they work? So they may have been born and lived in one place, but where was their main primary location? Was it Chicago? Was it New York again? Was it San Francisco? Los Angeles? Paris? Moscow? Where did they work? Probably one of the most important things I want you to do is not only tell me what style and movement they were part of, but a little bit about that style of movement. The style and movement. Was it Dada, where they were trying to produce posters for everybody to see and everybody have access to artwork? Was it a constructivist piece? Were they trying to promote something political? Was it an advertising piece where posters became a very big deal to sell their product? Once you've got that figured out, I want you to decide on a specific poster that you want to look at and break down. And when you break this poster down, I want you to do two things with it. One, I want you to break it down by form. So when I say form, I mean what are the elements and principles and ideas of composition that this artist used. So if they were working in the international style, how did that fit into what they were doing? If they were working in the Swiss style, how did that work into what they were doing? So use your knowledge of the elements and principles here. I'll actually put a link to the elements and principles in this document. It's not there yet, but it will be. The second thing I want you to do is to break it down by its context. or its conceptual ideas. What was the artist trying to communicate? What was the particular work about? Who was it about? Was it about a product, a movement, a person? Explain that. The second part of this paper, and the entire paper is going to be built the same way. You're going to use a 12-point font. It's going to be double spaced throughout, 1-inch margins, and each section should be about 1 page. The nice thing with the research is you've got to put a picture in there. So maybe your picture is floating and your text wraps around the poster. How do you do that? The position paper is where you're going to decide on the topic that your poster is going to be about. And here you've got a couple of things you have to do. First off, it's going to be 4 paragraphs, and it's all going to be in 1 page, hopefully, knock on wood. To begin with, you're going to introduce your topic. You're going to provide background on the topic, and then you're going to assert your thesis. This is what my paper and my poster is going to be about, and this is why my poster or my paper is going to be about this. The second paragraph will be your counter argument. It's important when you do an argument that you know both sides of the argument. If you're pro apples and anti citrus, you've got to know why you're pro apple, but you also have to know why pro citrus people are pro citrus people. So that's where the second paragraph comes in. So summarize the counterclaims. You're going to provide supporting information for their claims. Then what you're going to do is you're going to refute their argument. You're going to argue against what they say, and you have to have evidence behind your argument. So make sure you've got your argument figured out. Paragraph 3 is specifically your argument. You got 3 statements to make, 3 different aspects to your argument. 1, you'll give your opinion, and then you'll support it with evidence. You'll do that 2 more times. So you'll have 3 assert points to make. And then the last thing is your conclusion. You will restate your argument, and then finally you're going to give very specific plans as to how you want to move forward with your poster. What kind of images are you going to be looking for, or making rather? How are you going to go about that? So that's that. That's what we've got today. I am going to have office hours, and those office hours are listed in the Google Classroom, so you can take a look at that. If you have any questions, please make sure you pop in to our Google Class Time meeting office hours. You know what I'm saying. Otherwise, by the end of the period, by the end of the day rather, inside of your Google Classroom, I want to see this paper uploaded. That's the way I know you were here. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me. Don't hesitate to pop into the Zoom meeting so you can talk to me face to face. Other than that, that's all I've got, folks. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Stay safe. Eat lunch. Eat breakfast. Have a good day. Go take the dog outside.